I've been absent for a little while, and to be honest, I wasn't sure if I wanted to come back. At some point, I started wondering if anyone was really interested in what I had to say, if these episodes were even reaching someone, or if this was just me talking into the void. It began to feel less like a podcast and more like a therapy for myself. And maybe, just maybe it was. Maybe I needed it more than anyone else did. But during this silence, I realized something. Even if this space started as something personal, my voice doesn't have to be perfect to be shared. It doesn't have to be loud, it doesn't have to impress, it just has to be real. So I'm back, with the intention of giving you a more raw version of my voice, less polished, less filtered, more honest. And maybe, just maybe, it will reach a few spirits who were meant to hear it. Today I want to talk about something that many of us experience but rarely admit. The danger of being underestimated. Have you ever felt underestimated? Like someone looked at you and decided very quickly that you were not that strong, not that smart, not that capable. It doesn't always come with insult. Sometimes it's subtle. It's in the tone, in the way they don't take your opinion seriously, in the way they assume you won't succeed. And it hurts. Because when someone underestimates you, it can feel like they don't see you. But here's something interesting. Being underestimated is not always a bad thing. When people think you are less than you are, they lower their guard. They don't see you as competition. They don't expect much from you. And that gives you space. Space to grow quietly. Space to observe. Space to improve without pressure. We live in a world where everyone is trying to show how powerful they are, how successful, how confident. The loudest person often gets the attention, but attention is not always power. Sometimes real strength is silent. The person who speaks less often listens more. The person who doesn't show everything is often building something. The person who doesn't defend themselves every time might simply know who they are. The real danger of being underestimated is not what others think. The real danger is when you start believing them, when you begin to shrink yourself, when you start doubting your own capacity, when you feel the need to constantly prove your value. That's exhausting. Not everyone will see your depth. Not everyone will understand your intelligence. Not everyone will recognize your potential. And maybe that's okay, because you don't need everyone's validation to grow. Sometimes being underestimated protects you. It protects your plans before they are ready. It protects your energy from unnecessary battles. It protects your peace. Not every misunderstanding needs to be corrected. Not every doubt needs to be answered. Sometimes the best response is progress. Let people think you're quiet until your actions speak. Let people think you're incapable until you surprise them. You don't have to announce your strengths. You don't have to explain your depth. Those who pay attention will see it. Those who don't were never meant to. Maybe being underestimated is not a curse. Maybe it's a test. A test of how well you know yourself. A test of whether you need applause or whether you are secure without it. And maybe this podcast is the same. It doesn't need to be for everyone, it just needs to reach the right ones. And if you're still here, listening, maybe this was meant for you.